welcome back to the DELCO XC Podcast. With you as always, my name is Kevin Key. Welcome to the Season 4 premiere. It's my senior year of the podcast. 4 years ago at this point, I was talking about how Rowan Carr and Kendra Williamson were running extraordinary times as freshmen, and here I am in their senior year talking about how they are running extraordinary times as seniors. Today, we are actually going to break down one of my favorite episodes of the entire year. It's the way too early preseason rankings, preseason predictions for this upcoming year. Now, before you even mention in the comments, and you head to the comments and you go, you got this wrong, it's July. Nobody's run a race yet. Workouts are just getting going, and a lot can change between now and championship season in October. This isn't a prediction of what will happen. It's a snapshot of what each team has returning based off of last year's results, who's back, who graduated, and where I think each program heads into 2026. Let's get started. I'm going to break down my top 10. We're going to dive right in today with my boys' rankings, and then we will move over to the girls. At number 10, I'm going to start with the team from Springfield. The Cougars, they return a solid foundation. They're led by Liam Harris Iveson and Ryan Shields. They aren't flashy, but they're developing well over the last years, and they continue to build quality depth through their JV program. It's if a couple of those younger runners, they make those big jumps this summer, Springfield could absolutely climb these rankings. At number 9 is Garnet Valley. This is definitely more of a projection than a finished product. The Jaguars are very young. They have Isaac Mellinger, Maxwell Longa, James O'Byrne, Francis Lamb, and several other underclassmen that give them a lot to build around. They may not be ready to challenge the county's elite right away, but by October, this could look like a very different team. Right now, in 8th in the rankings is the team from Marple Newtown. Everything's going to start with Julian Bothma for them. They're running just over. He was just running over a little over 16 minutes as an underclassman. Immediately gives the Tigers a legitimate low stick every time they race. Behind him, you have Garrett Hager, you have Jason Kelly, you have Lyle Abley, you have Owen Cowley. That gives Marple a nice mix of experience and youth. If this supporting cast continues to develop, don't be surprised if they are battling for a top 5 finish by championship season. They will take a hit this year as Theo Albanese has changed his address, which also means that he changed his school. A transfer into Penncrest this upcoming school year. That is a big hit for that Marple Newtown school. At number 7 this year, I have the team from the Haverford school. This is another program that's loaded with young talent. They actually had a very strong 2025, and that continued into the track season for them. The Fords continue to recruit and develop well. While they don't quite have the proven varsity depth of teams ahead of them, there's plenty of upside with them. They could definitely be one of the bigger surprises in Delco. Number 6 this year, that belongs to the team from Radnor. It starts with Connor Walsh. He headlines the team after running 16-12 last fall. Behind him, he has Dylan Adams, Dean O'Donnell, Carl Howe, Carter McElwain, and several other talented young runners. That gives this Radnor's lineup that's trending in the right direction. In the middle pack, if that middle pack closes to get to Connor Walsh, the team could absolutely move into the top 5. And here we are, the top 5 preseason rankings. Got the team from Episcopal. Let's crack it. Number 5 is that team from Episcopal. They have Caleb Young, who's returning after a tremendous season. He's joined by Kyle Zhang, Max Berman, Jack DeSilets, and Wyatt Buzan. They always have a lot of youth as well. That makes EA very exciting. There's a ton of underclassmen who could take major leaps this year, given the Churchmen arguably one of the highest ceilings in Delaware County. If those improvements happen, don't be surprised if they are competing for a top 3 spot. Let's go into number 4. This is where things get you get interesting within this top 5, because this top 5 could be anything. within Delaware County. I mean, these spots are up for grabs. Even in the state of Pennsylvania, these are some of the top teams all around. At number 4 this year, right now in the preseason rankings, I had the team from Ridley. The Green Raiders return one of the most experienced varsity groups in Delco. They have Paul Alua, who leads the way after running 16-15. You have Nick Lancey, Nick Kane, Michael DeLuso, and John Keith. That gives Ridley 5 runners who've already proven they can compete at a high level. Their biggest strength is their experience. Every week they'll line up with a veteran team that's been through championship races before, and that consistency makes them one of the safest picks in the ranking. At number 3 this year, I have Strathaven, and honestly, this feels like the most Strathaven team imaginable. You have Luca Fantazzi, who gave me a shout out at the Media 5 Miler this year. He leads the Panthers after an outstanding freshman season. Behind him is one of the tightest packs in the county: Colin Kennedy, Brendan Hogg, Oliver Brody, Lucas Elliott. Year after year, Haven continues to develop these runners better than almost anyone. They don't always rely on one superstar. Instead, they win with their pack running. And this group has the potential to become another classic Strathaven team by the end of October. At number 2, this is where things get very interesting. I have the team from Haverford, the Haverford Fords. Ryan Cleary is one of the very best runners in Delaware County after breaking 16 minutes. But what really separates Haverford is their depth. You have Kevin O'Neill, Robert McGuire, Jonathan Awad, Charlie Hatton, Liam Brewster, Declan Burko, James Kearns. It's a wave after wave of experienced runners. Penncrest might have a stronger top 3 than Haverford, but Haverford probably owns the strongest 1 through 7 in the county. That makes them incredibly dangerous every single week. Which brings us to my preseason number 1 team. Yes, that's right, it's the team from Penncrest. It starts with Rowan Carr. That 1530 runner changes everything. He's one of the best slow sticks, not only in Delco, but anywhere in District 1. Then you have to add Sean Holst-Rightly and Charles Maholland, both just over 16 minutes. That's an elite front 3 right there, and they showed that depth even at the end of the season as they got stronger. The question coming into the season is their depth, though. They can Bart Kruzewski, and I pronounce your name wrong every single year, Brandon Kawan, Ethan Bowen, and the rest of that young group continue to improve. Could a transfer like Theo Albanese, who I mentioned earlier, or maybe even a new freshman who's starting in, build up for this team for Penncrest? If they do, Penncrest has all the ingredients to be one of the best teams we've seen the Lions have in a few years. Let's switch over to the girls' end, and this is honestly, I think, a deeper side this year. There are multiple state-level front-runners in this race, several powerhouse programs, and a lot of young talent ready to break through. Let's start at number 10. I have the team from DELCO Christian, Delaware County Christian School. They are my number 10 team. They're led by Addie Atkins. She headlines a program that is quietly building something really exciting. The Knights continue developing talent, and while they still are chasing the county's biggest programs, they're absolutely moving into the right direction. At number 9, I have the team from Garnet Valley. You have Caitlin King, you have Rachel Hicks, you have Charlotte King, giving the Jaguars a very young nucleus. They already showed that they compete quietly or compete against quality competition, and another offseason in development could move this team well up the rankings. At number 8, I have Penncrest, who's checking in at number 8 here. Cassidy Jones returns as one of the better front runners in Central League and Delaware County after having a 19-12 performance. The Lions, they need more pack depth, but they've got several younger runners capable of taking significant steps forward. Number 17 for me right now, and this is where things, again, like the boys in the top 5, this is where things are going to get interesting. I have the team from Springfield at number 7. I actually don't really like the having the team from Springfield at number 7 because I actually think they're better than what it's shown on paper this year. They got stronger as the year went on last year. They had a tremendous indoor and outdoor track season. They're led by Michaela Corcoran, Lizzie Angelopoulos, Tegan Spivey, and that's an impressive top 3. let alone they do have the depth there, and they showed that depth within the indoor and outdoor season. And as the year went on in cross country last year, you have to be a fool not to see what that team from Springfield did in the cross country season as they continued to build stronger as that year progressed, and really got strong by the time districts, centrals came along. Springfield becomes a legitimate invitational team throughout this season. At number 6, that belongs to Ridley, and everything's going to start up front with Cecilia Kane. I call her Cece Kane, one of the county's premier runners. She's backed up by Elizabeth McGlone, Leah Starr, Vanessa DeLuso, and a very experienced returning group. Ridley has the talent to move higher if that pack tightens throughout the fall. At number 5, this is a team that has a lot to prove, in my opinion, and they are proving it. This is a team that reminds me of their boys team from about 2 or 3 years ago, a team that could definitely surprise people. That is a team from Haverford. We're talking about pure depth. Few teams can match what the Fords bring back. They have Amelia Copewell, Charlotte Gone, Jane Lozano, Claire Emmerich, Lily Heppeler, Fiona McGoldrick, Naomi Ludwig. You have that's right. You have Evelyn Awad in this group. It continues to grow. Evelyn brings that experience from a state championship team a few years ago, and then you have this huge youth culture that's building up. They might not have quite that front end firepower of the teams above them, but their pack in these races are outstanding, makes them extremely dangerous in dual meets and championship races. This team very much reminds me of that boys team, like I said, from the past few years, and they can take that big leap at any time forward. Coming in at number 4 this year for me, that is the team from Strathaven. The Panthers have one of the best developmental pipelines anywhere in Delco. They have Kayla Gaffney, who's returning as an elite front runner after an outstanding freshman season. Then you bring in girls like Mara Carey, Julia Gatto, Emma Noon, Alexis Quattari, Caroline Rupon. They headline a massive group of these younger runners, and this team can improve more than anyone between August and November. At number 3, I have the team. People are going to yell at me, aren't they? I have the team from Marple Newtown. Marple Newtown. It starts, obviously, with their number 1. That is Sloane Smith. She's already established herself as one of the best runners in the state of Pennsylvania. But what makes this team dangerous is that she's far from alone. They have Avery DeCecco. They have Jessica DeMeo. They have Julia Lee. They have Brooke Davis. That's an outstanding supporting cast. This is a young roster with state meet potential. At number 2, I have the team from Radnor. I have Caitlin Anderson and Coco Connor. They form one of the best 1-2 punches in the county. Then you had Claire Humphrey and Isabel Shaw. That's an elite top 4. If Radnor finds another runner to close the gap, they have everything needed to challenge for that top spot. And that top spot will belong to the current reigning defending DELCO champions. The preseason number 1 team is the team from Episcopal Academy. That's going to start with Kendra Williamson. Simply put, she's All-American in cross country. She's one of the best runners in the country. But this isn't just a one-runner team. They have Hannah Todd. They have Ava Cavanaugh. They have Anna Bradford. They have Olivia Melson. They have Hannah Lake. Episcopal just keeps coming with it. Their combination of their elite front-running talent and tremendous depth gives them the team that is the team to beat entering 2026. So there you have it. There's my DELCO XC pod. Way too early predictions. My top 10 team rankings going into the 2026 season. I'm sure there are going to be plenty of disagreements, and honestly, that's part of the fun. These rankings will change, athletes will improve, freshmen are going to emerge, injuries are going to happen, team surprises every single season. Let's be honest, look at Marple Newtown from a year ago. You didn't think that they were going to be one of those top teams in Delaware County, and they popped out of nowhere with their summer training and among other things. So let me know in the end what you think. Who's ranked too high? Who's ranked too low? Who did I completely overlook? you can send these messages on the DELCO XC Pod Instagram. The Twitter's kind of like, it's around, but it's not really. You can follow us at DELCO XC Pod on those accounts. I also have a Strava page. I love the Strava takeover of DELCO XC. If you look on Strava, and I will actually even add this to my Instagram story, we have a Strava group that is going on, a Strava club, and that is the DELCO XC Club. It currently has 45 members in it, open to the public, obviously just for fun. So if you're on Strava, make sure you join the club, and I will send that message over on the nice Instagram story coming ahead. There's plenty of preseason content coming up also on the Instagram pages. We have athlete spotlights. We are plenty more preseason content as we get closer to the opening of the season. And we will continue to have those Instagram takeovers. CeCe Kane and Cassidy Jones truly crushed the first two of the year. We have plenty more lined up coming up, so keep an eye out for those. If you want to take over the Instagram account, simply just send me a DM. Big things are coming there. I also teased a major announcement on Instagram a week ago, so be on the lookout for that major announcement coming soon. You will not want to miss it. Speaking about teases, honestly, I cannot believe I'm actually releasing a podcast after I've teased them for years. I cannot believe I'm releasing this first podcast prior to the outdoor track all Delco list being printed by the Delco Times. I've teased them for years. I've even posted a picture of me on the beach going, hey, I'm on the beach. Am I going to release a podcast before they release the all Delco list? And here I am, releasing a podcast before the all Delco list. I'm hoping that you athletes get the coverage that you deserve instead of summer baseball. I don't know why they're getting coverage and you're not at this point. And I think summer baseball is even over. You deserve a lot of coverage, and that's what I'm looking to provide you, the DELCO XC athlete, the DELCO track athlete. I haven't tried to cover you there. As you know, I'm not going to give you my own all DELCO list. That is something that should be given only by the DELCO Times. And even the Coaches Association also has their own all Delco list that they give. I'm good with those. I'm good with the Coaches Association. I am good with the Delco Times giving their all Delco. I am never going to be that person who's going to throw out that all Delco list. You deserve that coverage though, and hopefully you get what you deserve very, very soon. There are some things that I'm looking for to change things up, to spice things up this year. I want to try something different. I am looking for introductions to the podcast. Last year, you heard my team from Lower Merion give the introduction throughout the week. You actually probably heard it prior to this episode as well. I am looking to add on to these things. So if you want to give your own chant, your own team's chant, please send it my way. It will be the introduction to the podcast. I want some more excitement going into this season. I want you, the athlete, to send me a quick video. Doesn't matter if you're a varsity, JV, freshman. It doesn't matter. I want you to go and just say, hey, give me your name, give me your school, and say you're listening to the DELCO Cross Country Podcast. For instance, my name is Kevin Key, and I go to Lower Merion High School, and you are listening to the DELCO Cross Country Podcast. You could do this in any way. If you want to put shades on, if you want to look cool throughout the entire presentation, I am okay with that. If you want to make it funny, I am okay with that. Let's make this fun. Let's make this senior year of this podcast something that we can remember. Send those videos directly over to the Instagram page at DELCO XC Pod. And some personal news. I am back for season 2 of working with the Lower Merion Lady Aces. I'm excited to be back inside the Central League again. I'm excited to return to cross-country invitational meets. I'm excited to return to league meets. I'm excited to return to championship meets. So if you see me on a cross-country course, other than times in which you see I'm clearly coaching, please make sure to stop me, say hi. I always love to have those conversations with you. I'm looking for some in-season interviews as well after I coach and talk to the team of the Lower Merion Lady Aces, obviously. But I do want to also have time for you, so make sure you come up and say hi to me throughout those meets. I want to thank you so much for listening to the DELCO Cross Country Podcast, Season 1 premiere, or Season 4 premiere episode. I can't believe we've gotten here. I can't believe we are in Season 4. I started this podcast years ago, not thinking it would take over the way it has with DELCO Cross Country. So thank you very much for listening. Keep running. Keep those training high. DELCO, until next time, keep moving up those hills. Keep running strong. And I cannot wait to see what happens this upcoming cross country season. This is Kevin Key, and I am signing off.